The championship is up for grabs right here next.
Big fight feel.
We have Triple H in a match of epic proportions.
Oh, man. I can't wait to see these two go at it.
And we're underway. Looking at these two men, I don't think there's going to be anything traditional about this one-on-one matchup.
These guys are going to need to show some guts and heart if they hope to leave here with the gold. This is what it is all about right here. But you know what? Guys, no matter the format or competitors involved, you know we're in for a great one here. He unloads a well-structured series of moves.
Guys, let's quickly discuss the champion. What can we expect from him in this championship match?
It can be lonely at the top. Everybody in that locker room is gunning for you, and you don't know who you can trust. Well, I think he has a big challenge in this one, trying to defend that world championship.
He's certainly showing us something new from his repertoire.
That's cool. I like new stuff.
Devastating shot to the spine and back.
The WWE Universe, and the rest of the world for that matter, has witnessed Triple H at various points in his career. Whether he was being cheered or swimming in a sea of booze at the mere sight of him, this is a figure who had prided himself in being the absolute best. He can end it here.
Right now.
We might be seeing the beginning of the end.
Displaying a wide range of offense here. Just take a moment and look at this crowd.
Right.
They know that when the game comes out, it's important, and something memorable is going to happen. If it weren't important, he wouldn't be there. It's that simple.
And you can tell by the state of this crowd. I think it's safe to say everyone here is awaiting Triple H's next move. Heck, that includes us too. This is just awesome. How much damage did that do?
A lot from the looks of it. This is a level of destruction no one looks like he's in no man's land here. He needs to be able to put things back together here.
Michael, this is a dangerous position to be in. He needs to be able to find a way to clear the cobwebs and regroup.
And we're back to this form of attack.
Yes, we are. The same form of attack we've seen before.
It looks like we're going to see what kind of pain they can inflict out here on the floor.
Wow, he's still down after that. Oh, that sledgehammer right to the side of the head. He's showing no signs of letting up. Not this.
He's looking at it again. It hurts just watching it again.
Ouch.
He's focusing on the face now. Just look at this man. He's all business.
And that's the way he has to be if he wants.
Oh my, enough with that sledgehammer.
Look out. Sledgehammer. Someone has to stop this before that sledgehammer breaks him in half.
Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy. I don't remember the last time he executed that maneuver. Oh, I think this man means business. Ladies and gentlemen, when you look at Triple H, you're looking at someone that has literally accomplished everything there is to accomplish in this business, from winning championships and tournaments to headlining WrestleMania.
Boy, you said it, Cole. No one else except the game has also led two dominant factions, those being Degeneration X and Evolution. Definitely impressive.
Obviously putting a lot of stock in that maneuver.
Well, you got to admit, it's working. Boy, he is really tired now. That tank of his has to be reading empty.
It has to be, King, but I still don't see him giving up.
When we talk about the career of the game, I think about seeing him as a superstar before I was even a member of this company. Triple H was trying to survive, trying to make a name for himself. Seeing what he's accomplished, I can only imagine how proud his teacher, Killer Kowalski, would be of him today.
This action has gotten completely out of control.
Oh, his body has to be broken right now. This might not end well.
Take a look at that again.
Michael, people refer to Triple H however they choose. Whether you cheer for him or boo him, you can't take anything away from everything he's done. A tip of the crown from one king to another. Listen, being royalty myself, I know what it means to be a king in that ring. Now, opponents need to know that when they stand across the ring from Triple H, the game, they're in there with one of the greatest to ever lace up a pair of boots.
Well, I've never seen him do that before. Expanding the repertoire with that move.
This match has taken so much out of this guy. He's not going to give up. But, man, this has been physical.
Jerry, you talked about this moments ago, but you can't help but be aware of the aura of this man, Triple H, and what he's achieved throughout his career. You're looking at someone whose sole focus is to be the very best at whatever he does, and will achieve those results by any means necessary.
And when you talk about what makes Triple H tick and what makes him who he is, you're talking about a relentless pursuit of pure greatness. I mean, will he get down and dirty if he has to? Of course he will. This is WWE, and make no mistake about it, Triple H will do whatever he can to stay on top.
He's sending a message to the entire WWE locker room here.
Uh-oh, look at this. Oh, trying to put him away. He needs to dig way down deep if he wants to keep going now.
We've seen this before.
Usually when someone decides to use a weapon, you can almost guarantee it's not a one-time occurrence. You got to be ready for anything.
Take a look at this one more time. Never seen anything like it. Whoa!
I don't like the look in his eye here, folks.
I don't like his entire face. Look at this hang time.
Incredible! Oh, check that out. We have a first here this evening.
That was awesome.
He's certainly showing us something new from his repertoire.
That's cool. I like new stuff.
His strikes have a little extra on them tonight. He's simply reminding him that he's here. Showing an aggressive side here.
This match has taken so much out of this guy. He's not going to give up. But, man, this has been physical.
Going for the double play with this move.
Really pushing pushing his opponent to the limit here. Oh, Triple H. He's been a Connecticut Blue Blood, the leader of DX, the leader of Evolution, a decorated champion, and now Chief Operating Officer of the WWE. You have to admire the dynamic career this man has had, the dedication, the drive, and you can tell that he has the respect of everyone in that locker room and in each corner of the WWE Universe.
You think he feels awful now? He's going to feel a whole lot worse in the morning.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to crawl out of the bed tomorrow.
Watch this! And now, looking to put him away. Jerry Lawler, when you take a look at the career of Triple H, it's important to remember this is a man who's been at the top of this business, whether leading a faction like D-Generation X or Revolution, or being on his own. It's how he has become known as the King of Kings.
And one of the things about Triple H that has defined him throughout his career was his sensational appetite to be the very best. I mean, the game stopped at nothing to reach whatever heights he could achieve. Now, as COO of the WWE, he's using that same mentality to propel the company into the 21st century.
He's not known as the cerebral assassin because it sounds good or looks cool on a t-shirt. When you step through the ropes against him, Triple H is looking to dissect you physically and psychologically. An opponent better be ready for war.
Oh, Michael, rest assured that the war is going to be physical. It's going to be psychological, and it's going to be the fight of that man's life. And it can all come to an end with one pedigree. I don't know how much longer he's going to be able to go. Oh, man! That's it. Did you hear that? I'm just glad I didn't feel it. And he's heading out onto the floor.
Yeah, can you imagine the damage he's going to be able to do out there?
Cole, you said it best earlier. Being the opponent of Triple H is like being in a war. I mean, it's important to remember that it can all end with one pedigree. It's that simple. And you can bet that's in the back of every WWE superstar's mind, well, whether they admit it or not. I'm sensing a pattern here, Cole.
And what would that be?
Well, he's going to do the same thing over and over and over. He's pulling out all the stops tonight.
You know, King, we talked about it before, all the elements that make up the game and how an opponent has to be physically and mentally prepared. The match will be a war, and for the game, that war begins not when the bell rings, but when he feels you become the opposition.
That's gotta hurt. This is the kind of all-out battle that could end up anywhere, and the idea is to do whatever you need to win.
You know, Triple H always knows that he's just one pedigree away from victory.
Right.
The move can come at any time and from almost any angle, and it can be over just like that. How will these guys do with absorbing the punishment they're about to receive out here?
Hey, one more time just in case you missed it.
And now he goes for it a second time.
Any action could not be contained inside that ring.
This match has taken so much out of this guy. He's not going to give up. But, man, this has been physical. Well, Michael, you brought up the pedigree earlier. It's been said one of the keys to a great finishing move is the ability to give it to any opponent. The game has pedigreed them all in all shapes and sizes, from the Big Show to Hornswoggle. You want range? There it is.
Oh, you felt that go right through the body. You may not agree with this form of attack, but it's very smart. Now, time will tell if that'll be enough to win the match.
You know, when we talk about the pedigree, something I'd like to point out is you're talking about something that can be directly correlated to Triple H's success throughout his career. I don't think he's had one opponent who hasn't felt its devastating effects.
Of course, we have to talk about the pedigree. You can't talk about Triple H without mentioning it. Listen, when it comes to Triple H, the game, the King of Kings, if he hits the pedigree, it's over. 1, 2, 3.
Few superstars are as dominant as this guy.
To the outside, where there are plenty of toys and plenty of time. No countouts in this one, Michael.
As long as they stay as far away from the announce table as possible. The ring may not be big enough for what's about to unfold here.
Are you kidding me? This entire arena may not be big enough. Just think about being Triple H's opponent.
Yeah, okay.
One of the monikers this man enjoys is the Cerebral Assassin. He can break you down mentally. He can grapple with the best of them, brawl with the toughest customers, and tame the fiercest monsters when he's in that ring. Beware of the game. Watch it!
Man, once you get outside the ring, anything can happen.
Yeah, and it usually does. Over the years, I've seen more careers come to an abrupt end outside of the ring than I can remember. This area is so dangerous.
King, something you brought up was Triple H's ability to take down any type of superstar. I think the superior in-ring acumen, coupled with his merciless mean streak, is what separates the game from the rest.
Well, we've talked about all of Triple H's incredible abilities, Michael. I think one of the things that we don't talk enough about is his physical power. There's not an opponent the game's had that has not felt the pedigree. Look at this. He's just barely moving. I'm not sure he can get back to his feet.
You don't see that move every day.
It looks like we're going to see what kind of pain they can inflict out here on the floor.
Let me tell you, when it comes to finishing moves, I don't think anyone has perfected their finisher like Triple H has the pedigree. He can and has flattened opponents of all shapes and sizes with that move.
Man, look at this. That's right. Just keep going.
Repeat, repeat. Oh, once you get out of the ring, anything can happen. You've got exposed steel, concrete, the barricades, and all of it can be used to cause massive damage.
This is a wreck. He's moving like an uncaged animal.
Oh, with the sledgehammer to the spine.
Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy.
This is it. Here he goes.
How will these guys do with absorbing the punishment they're about to receive out here?
When it comes to the pedigree, King, you're absolutely right. Triple H is down to all comers. Something that's also important to remember is these pedigree people on chairs,
yes,
the Spanish announce table, our announce table, on thumbtacks. The game doesn't discriminate on how he batters an opponent.
And you know, whoa!
Through our broadcast table.
I can't believe what we just saw. That was incredible. Wow, here we see it from this angle. Inside the ring again.
I don't remember the last time he executed that maneuver. And he's heading back in.
I can't blame him.
The neck isn't supposed to bend like that.
I don't know how much longer he's going to be able to go.
Shoulders down. Championship on the line.
Oh, this capacity crowd is on the edge of their seats, eagerly waiting to see what Triple H is going to do next. They know one thing's for sure. When the game walks through that curtain, something will happen that they will never, ever forget.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business.
He needs to dig way down deep if he wants to keep going now. Careful what you wish for. It can get real ugly outside the ring.
And these guys are real ugly. Tonight we're in for quite a treat, courtesy of WWE COO Triple H. Many of the fans you see here arrive before the building officially opened in anticipation of what the game has to say. He doesn't want to do this outside the ring.
Well, I don't blame him. Stay down! Stay down! Look at this!
Well, King, you mentioned the type of control the COO has over the... Here's the pin. Title on the line.
And that title may change hands.
And the pinfall gets him the win.
Here's your winner, and still the WWE.
I don't know how much longer he's going to be able to go.
The ring may not be big enough for what's about to unfold here.
Are you kidding me? This entire arena may not be big enough.
Uh-oh. This isn't going to end well.
Wow! If he keeps this up, this could be over quick. He's in full-on attack mode now.
It looks like we're going to see what kind of pain they can inflict out here on the floor. And the pain has to be shooting through his face. How will these guys do with absorbing the punishment they're about to receive out here?